Welcome into the campus of Winnebago Lutheran Academy. Jordan King with you this evening, taking you through the action. WLA comes into tonight trying to snap a 3-game losing streak since starting the season 3-0, including a monster flyaway win against Laconia. The Vikings have suffered losses of 14 points to Kewaskum and a pair of 15-point road losses to Amaro and Springs, respectively. Their opponent tonight, Valley Christian, they come into tonight's action on the back of 4 straight losses after starting their season 1-0. Not much momentum going for either program right now, but a chance for both to put a stop to that tonight. The Vikings and the Warriors coming up next on WLA TV.
Winnebago Lutheran Academy welcomes you to this evening's non-conference basketball game between the Valley Christian Warriors and and the Vikings of Winnebago Lutheran Academy. Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Valley Christian, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship and education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please stand, remove your hats, and join us in honoring America and those who protect it with the playing of our national anthem. The Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association objects to activities, materials, logos, apparel, mascots, or gestures that are profane, vulgar, insulting, or offensive to others. The membership disapproves of any form of taunting or expression that is intended or designed to embarrass, ridicule, disrespect, or demean others under any circumstances, including on the basis of race, religion, gender, or national origin. It's time to meet the starting lineups for this evening's game. First, for the Warriors, a 5'11" senior, number 3, Will Kehoe. A 6' senior, number 4, Isaiah Humiston. A 5'10" junior, number 10, Caleb Sturtz. A 6'3" senior, number 15, Alexandre Giannopoulos. And a 5'11" sophomore, number 20, Elijah Humiston.
We want to welcome you back in here to the campus of Winnebago Lutheran Academy. Jordan King with you, taking you through tonight's action. It's non-conference action for the Vikings, taking on Valley Christian. The Warriors come into this game 1-4 on the season. They won their first game and have lost their last 4. The Vikings, on a similar trajectory, won their first 3 games, started 3-0 in the conference, and then have lost their last 3, including a couple of 15-point conference losses after a huge win to start it out against Laconia. We'll talk about the flyway standings a little bit later on, but get you the starting lineups as we come on air here. Number 3, Will Kehoe, 5'11" senior for the Warriors, and he's joined by number 4, Isaiah Humiston, number 20, Elijah Humiston, number 10, Caleb Sturtz, and number 15, the leading scorer for the Warriors, Alexandros Giannopoulos. For the Vikings, it's unchanged on the starting lineup. Number 4, Ethan Cole, he's the leading scorer in the Flyway Conference, also the second leading rebounder in the conference, on a potential player of the year type of trajectory for him. Aiden Barr is the point guard, number 11. He's a senior as well. Those two the captains. Sam Lair, Noah Gensler, a pair of freshmen wearing 12 and 14 respectively. And then closing out the starting 5 is Lucas Weigand, who sports that number 23 uniform for the Vikes. Vikings come out tonight in their home whites with the checkered blue down the side, blue numbers, gray trim. And for the Warriors, the navy blue with the gray and the white trim. And we tip it, goes straight to Sam Lair, and the Vikes will have the first possession here of the evening. 3-2 defense for Valley Christian, starting out in a zone. Can't say it's a terrible idea with how the Vikes have shot the basketball recently. There's a deflection for the Warriors, but it's going to stay with the Vikes. Just 15 seconds into this one in a scoreless contest. Still working on the huddle camera. We'll get that hopefully at some point taken care of. So no scoreboard tonight. We'll keep you updated. I will with the score. There's a 3 for Noah Gensler, and that's going to be big for the Vikings if they're going to shoot the Warriors out of the 2-3 zone. First triple of the night gets knocked down by the Vikings, and when they hit them, they can beat anyone in the conference. They can beat a lot of teams, probably in this division, I would assume, for the Vikes. It's whether or not they can hit them. There's a nice drive take to the rack, but missed. That was number 3, Will Kehoe. Good rebound by the Vikes, and Cole's going to try to push it up the floor. That's stepping in there is Isaiah Humiston, and he's into the front court. Hands off here to Elijah Humiston, near side. This is once again Kehoe down to the corner, trying to post up Giannopoulos. Practice it a million times in the pregame, and then once the game starts, you screw it up the first time. That's how that goes. Underneath inbounds as it was kicked out by the Vikes. Giannopoulos going to screen here for Kehoe, and Giannopoulos going to fire up a 3 here from the corner. Misses that one. Ethan Cole down with the board. One bounce pass and no dribbles for Noah Gensler, and he's got 5. Good start for the Vikings. They lead at 5-0. Just under 17 to go here in the first half. And across the timeline comes Humiston down to the corner. This is Sturts. Sturts trying to find Giannopoulos, who's posting up. Tripping but fouled was Kehoe. It'll be an underneath inbounds pass for the Vikes. Check that for the Warriors. 5-0 lead for the Vikings. Good start for them. Again, when the Vikings hit a bunch of shots in the first 3 games, they looked just about unbeatable. Beating Berlin, then Waupun, and then knocking off Laconia, as I mentioned. Laconia, it's going to be a dog-eat-dog conference is what it looks like so far. A lot of losses in the Flyweight Conference so far. Mayville, Springs, Laconia already having losses, and you would have guessed those would probably be the preseason top 3 teams in the conference. Ethan Cole with a block, and then a foul of Elijah Humiston, and the 5'11 sophomore will head to the free throw line. Pair of Humistons. Number 4 is Isaiah. He's the 6-foot senior, and then number 20 is the 5'11 sophomore, Elijah. And this is Elijah at the free throw line, trying to put the first points on the board for Valley Christian this evening, 5-0. First free throw up and a little bit strong there for Elijah Humiston. So nearly 2 minutes into the game, and Valley Christian still trying to put their first points on the board. You got Ethan Cole on the foul there. You got the first block cleanly. The second one got some arm with it. Second free throw good. 1 for 2 from the line for Elijah Humiston. And it's 5-1. 16-19 and counting down here in the first half. Here's Sam Lair. Top of the key bar. Back to Lair. And the Vikings just going to work it around the perimeter here against this. Well, now it looks like a 3-2 defense, as it's Giannopoulos in the middle of it. And underneath goes Gensler, offensive rebound, Ethan Cole. A lot of times talk to coaches, they say it's difficult. It's a little tricky to rebound out of a 2-3 zone. You got to find your man. And when you're not matched up on a man, it's a little easier or more difficult to box out on the 2-3 than it is in man-to-man. Bump here from Gensler. Third team foul very quickly here for the Vikings. 15:47 to go here in the first half. 7-1 Viking lead. Tyson Lofton going to check in. He'll come in for Gensler. I believe the Vikings now with the services of Noah Walta again. Walta was out with a injury earlier in the season. Down the lane goes Kehoe. He's fouled, bumped again. Hand check and underneath for Valley Christian. 4th team foul for the Vikes. So starting to get the fouls to pile up. Gensler took a seat because he has 2 early on here. We've ticked under 16 minutes. Check that. To go here in the first half. They're going to run Humiston off of a couple of screens, get it out here to Kehoe. Back to Isaiah Humiston. He's going to fire up a corner 3. Oh, banked in. Isaiah Humiston was fading away on that one. Not the best quality look, but banked it in. And it's back to a 3-point game. 7-4 is the Viking lead. Here's Ethan Cole. He'll trigger up a 3. He hit it. Ethan Cole's got 5. Noah Gensler's got 5. The Vikings have 10. Vikings 2 for 2 from the 3-point line. And if we see a performance like they had against Laconia, which is the time they hit 18 threes. Nice take by Kehoe, can't get it to go. Nice rebound from Ethan Cole, he wants to run. Into the front court, bounce pass to Tyson Lofton, and Lofton finishes. First 2 points of the night for Tyson Lofton. Good bench player, nice spark player off the bench, and it's a 12-4 lead for the Vikes. They're up by 8. Under 15 minutes to play here in the first half. Here's Isaiah Humiston, gets it out to Elijah Humiston. Off of a couple of screens comes Sturts. Sturts, dangerous pass, almost picked off by Aiden Barr. Bounce pass back here to Sturts. Sturts had it knocked away. Bounces underneath to Giannopoulos, who can't get that one to go. He was short. Blocked partially by Ethan Cole. Cole got the rebound. Now he's running the break. Shovel pass to the corner. Barr thought about it. Now to the middle of the paint. He'll find sophomore Sam Lair. Hit it for 3. Sam Lair from the corner where he's so dangerous. And the Vikings lead it by double figures already. 14-18 to go here in the first half. 15-4. And the Vikes lead it by 11. Slowing it down is Valley Christian. You know, they got the zone. They run a very pragmatic offense, trying to get Giannopoulos underneath, posted up. That's a 3 from Humiston that misses, and another rebound for Ethan Cole. Cole averages just over 10 rebounds a game. That's second in the Flyway Conference. Underneath, that was Lucas Wygand, who wasn't able to get that one to go. On the far side, Kehoe gets to the middle of the paint, kicks it out here to Humiston. This is Isaiah Humiston. Here's Elijah Humiston down to the corner. This is Kehoe once again. Vikings doing a nice job on, there's a 3 for Humiston. Check that, Kehoe hit the triple. And it's 15-7. The Vikes doing a nice job. They're 3 quarters or full fronting Giannopoulos, who is the leading scorer at 10.8 points per game. Isaiah Humiston goes 10-4 a game, so he's the next best for the Warriors. Here's a triple for Ethan Cole. Tried another one, hit another one. Ethan Cole is 2 for 2. The Vikings are 4 for 4. And there's an early timeout from Coach Giannopoulos. 32nd, we'll keep it right here. 13-15 to go in the first half. It's an 11-point Viking lead, 18-7. 14 fouls for the Vikes, none yet so far for the Warriors. The Vikes have taken 4 threes and hit 4 threes. Ethan Cole's hit 2 of them. Sam Lair with 1, and Noah Gensler with 1 as well. Gensler's on the bench with a couple of fouls. He's got 5 points. Ethan Cole's already out to a quick 8-point start for his night. He averages 26.2, which is the leading mark in the Flyway Conference. Again, you look at Cole, he's leading the conference in points, second in assists, and top 10, he's number 7. Check that, number 2 in rebounds. Top 10, he's number 7 in assists in the Flyway Conference. Now, I guess we'll find out if you can. Now, the Vikings will turn this around. They're currently tied to be the second last team. How do you look at it? Are they the 5th team, or are they the second last team in the Flyway Conference? I mean, it depends how you look at the statistics. Can that support a Player of the Year campaign? We'll certainly find out this year, I think, unless the Vikings turn it around like I expect them to. Isaiah Humiston gets going there. He's got 5 points after that little floater falls for him, and back within 10 are the Warriors. Here's Sam Lair, shot fake in the corner, back out top of the key, Aiden Barr. Barr thought about the 3, bounce pass to Lair. He's going to trigger another one. He hit another one. Sam Lair's got 6. The Vikings are still perfect from the 3-point line, and when they're shooting like this, they're tough, nearly impossible to defend. Under 13 minutes to play first half, back to a 12-point lead, 21-9. There goes Giannopoulos. Spin move, can't get it to go. Thought he was fouled. And a rebound for Wygand. Left for Barr. Barr kicks it. Top of the key. 3 on the way. Looks good. He hit it again. Ethan Cole's into double figures. He's got 11. Vikings have 24. They're 6 for 6 from the 3-point line. And as I said, pretty impossible to defend. And Valley Christian's it's going to be tough for them to stick with the Vikings should the Vikings continue to hit at this rate. Here's Kehoe, crosses over, gets it to Isaiah Humiston in the corner. Tough defense by Barr. Skip pass to Lehman out top of the key. He's going to fire up a 3. This one misses, and I think Lucas Wygand was either pushing or grabbing Giannopoulos. Yeah, he was. And it'll stay right here on this end. That's the 5th team foul for the Vikings. 11:52 to go in the first half. They already have 5 team fouls. No team fouls for Valley Christian. Just the first foul for Lucas Wygand, but Coach Snell going to take this opportunity to get Jacob Tyson a couple of minutes and also get Wygand out. That's a pass over the head of Giannopoulos. A little miscommunication into the front court is Jacob Tyson, and Tyson's got a pair of points. Jacob Tyson, I don't know what his steal statistics are this season, but in terms of deflections, he is incredible on the defensive side of the floor for the Vikes. That was a clean steal there. Here is Humiston. Humiston, pardon me. Rebound fought for here, tipped last by the Vikings. And Jacob Tyson can't, oh no, they're going to say it was last touched by Valley Christian. I thought it was pretty clearly touched by the Vikings. Why would the Vikes chase after it on the sideline if they weren't going to, if they thought it was out on Valley Christian? So nonetheless, if you're the Vikes, you'll take the possession, and that's what they'll do. 11-19 and counting down here in the first half. Aiden Barr, one-handed bounce pass to a cutting Ethan Cole. Cole can't finish. Tyson Lofton fights for the rebound, but it's secured by Lehman. And he finds the outlet there to Humiston. And Humiston into the front court, working on Aiden Barr once again. He gets a screen from the other Humiston down to Lehman in the corner. Lehman with a couple of dribbles to relieve the pressure. Looks underneath, now kicks it. That's Sturts, and Sturts going to drive on the left side. Almost traveled. Bounce pass through everyone. Saved by a Warrior and stolen by Tyson Lofton. They're going to say he traveled. Never thought Tyson actually, or Lofton got possession of that before he fell to the ground, but certainly did based on the call. 26-9, 10:49 to go here in the first half. Only game this week on WLA TV. The girls go over to North Fond du Lac tomorrow night. You can find that one on North Fond du Lac's YouTube stream, I'm sure, or wherever they stream. I do appreciate the Flyweight Conference does a nice job of keeping these streams free for the fans, as well I think they should be. I won't get into politics, but I like the fact that makes it accessible to watch whatever Flyweight Conference team you want to watch. That's tipped out by the Warriors, and it'll go back to the Vikings. So they play over there. I know if you're a Flyweight Girls Conference fan, you might be interested in what's going on over in Rosendale tomorrow night. The St. Mary Springs Academy Ledgers headed over there to take on the Laconia Spartans in a top 10 in the state duel. Getting together number 8 and number 9. Here's Cole Wiedmeyer onto the floor for the Vikes. Goes down to lane. He was fouled on the right side. Is that Giannopoulos? I believe it was on the foul. Yeah, Giannopoulos picks up his first. That's the first team foul on the Warriors as well. It's a 26-9 lead, 15-point lead for the Vikings. Wiedmeyer's first is strong. .10:04 to go in the first half. Second one for Wiedmeyer looks better, and it's good. So the first point of the night for Cole Wiedmeyer, the Vikings lead is up to 16. But number 8 and number 9 tomorrow on for Laconia and Springs. Here's a drive. Giannopoulos is underneath, posting up. They're trying to get him the ball. Nice defense by Jacob Tyson. Chop Simmons into the game for the Vikings as well as they try to get some of their more regular players, their starters, little rest here early. Nice seal by Giannopoulos, and he scores underneath. That's his first points of the night for Alexandros Giannopoulos, who averages just under 11 points a game. It's 27-11. Jacob Tyson in the corner for the Vikings. Kicks it out to Barr. Barr behind the back dribble, down the left side of the paint, up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Tipped out by Giannopoulos? No, they're going to say Barr tipped it out of the hands of the big man from Valley Christian. And with 9:24 to go here in the first half, the Vikings will head back to the defensive side of the floor. Sturts back introduced for Valley Christian. 16-point lead for the Vikes, 27-11. They have yet to miss a three. 6 for 6 from the three-point arc. And that's part of the reason that they have built this lead. 27 points, 18 of them coming from behind the three-point line. And Giannopoulos was fouled there on the screen. Who was it? They're going to say Cole Wiedmeyer was a little too aggressive through the screen. That's the 6th team foul for the Vikings. Giannopoulos will be the one to key it in this time. He finds Sturts in the corner. Kicked out, now underneath, tipped up by Gensler. Gensler completes the steal. Nice trip defensively that time for the Vikings. Down the lane goes Chop Simmons, up with the left hand, and that's a smooth finish by Chop Simmons. Yeah, he's an offensive lineman, and you can tell with those kind of dancing feet right there as he goes through the left side of the lane and finishes. Cole Wiedmeyer picks it off. Tapped out by the Warriors. Vikings complete the seal. Simmons up to Tyson. To the corner. There goes Wiedmeyer. Down the paint, kicks it back out. Here's Sam Lair. Ends up with Gensler. Top of the key three. This was fading away, and he didn't hit it. That's the first three of the night missed by the Vikings. They're 6 for 7. 29-11. Ticked under 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Not many stoppages. I'm just trying to catch my breath up here. Here's Kehoe. Between the circles. Guarded once again by Cole Wiedmeyer. Uses a screen. Now drives this right side of the paint, and he dribbled that one out of bounds. A little contact there, no whistle. Thanks to Oscar Bloom tonight. You've heard Oscar's name, no doubt, if you watch any WLA TV basketball or football broadcasts. Here's Sam Lair. Drives the lane. Down the lane goes Wiedmeyer. Tipped around. Gensler collects. Gensler down the paint, kicks it out. Jacob Tyson thought about the three. Shuffled the feet. That's a travel, and there's the whistle. 18-point lead for the Vikes. 29-11. 7:59 to go here in the first half. And a wry smile there from Coach Craig Schwartz's. And I think assistant coach Carson Nell had a word of humor there for Jacob Tyson, as he undoubtedly that was a travel. Here's a three from Lehman. Oh, I thought he hit it. Following his shot, though, Gensler didn't block him out, so Lehman gets the offensive board, kicks it out. Three thought about there. Nice ball movement this time. Elijah Humiston kicks it back out. This is Sturts. Sturts, top of the key, Lehman. Lehman between the legs dribble, going to use a screen. Thought about the three, hangs in the air, gets it underneath. There's Humiston, he's fouled. Chop Simmons left his feet there and going to get a foul on Chop. First foul on him, 7th team foul. It was a shooting foul as Humiston went up for the bucket and was hammered. Couple of rhythm dribbles here for Elijah Humiston. And the first free throw is strong. This is the second trip for Humiston. He scored the first point of the night for the Warriors, going 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. And back here, he's 0 for 1 this trip, so might replicate the last time he was there, and hits every part of the backboard and the rim, and it goes down. So 2 for 4 from the free throw line. He's got 2 points, 29-12. And Lair's into the front court. Lair down the lane. Shuffles out here. Wiedmeyer thought about the triple. Kicks it to Lair. Lair's a pretty good shooter. This one's short, though. Offensive rebound. Noah Walta back onto the floor and gets that one. Kicks it out to Wiedmeyer. Down to Simmons. Off of a screen. Wiedmeyer drives once again. Kicks to the corner. Three thought about by Lair. Here goes Walta. Walta down the lane. Kicks it to Lair. Right wing three. On the way. This one misses. And a better rebound that time from the Warriors, and Lehman will slow it down. 6:45 to go in the first, and it's still a 17-point Viking lead, 29-12. Vikings doing it from deep tonight. Couple of threes hit for the Warriors as well, but not that time. Offensive rebound by Giannopoulos. He thought Simmons fouled him. There was no whistle. Here goes Wiedmeyer up the left side, up with the right hand, can't get it to go. Simmons slaps it down, but it's rebounded by the Warriors. Tipped out. Simmons, that's good hustle. Shovels it to Walta, who gives it to Lair. And the Vikings are back across the Viking logo into the front court. And Coach Nell's going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll catch our breath, take it with him. It's a 17-point Viking lead on WLA TV. Stay with us. Back here, the Vikings and the Warriors. Vikes have a 29-12 lead with just under 7 minutes to go here in the first half, 29-12. Down the lane goes Aiden Barr. Can't get that one to go, and it should have been tipped out by Lucas Wigan last, and it was. Coach Nell using that timeout to get his starters back out onto the floor, get them a few more minutes, I would assume, here in this first half. First half has gone well for the Vikes, have to say. Here's Kehoe into the front court, though, for the Warriors, trying to cut into what is a 17-point Viking lead. Here's a three. This is short. Rebounded down to Cole. Cole's got his head up like the quarterback that he is. Into the lane goes Aiden Barr. Barr kicks it out. Gensler's going to try another triple. This one's short. Offensive rebound, though, for Cole. Cole cutting. Barr. Oh, no-look pass for Aiden Barr. Finds Lucas Wigan. Wigan's first points of the night. And the Vikes are over the 30-point mark. 31-12. 19-point lead. 5:30 to go here in the first half. Off of a screen, here's Sturts. Sturts surveys the floor, finds Humiston, and Elijah Humiston's got 4. Smooth jumper from about 18 feet for Elijah Humiston, and it's 31-14. Going to tick under 5 minutes, or should, here on this Viking possession as Aiden Barr surveys the floor, uses a Wigan screen. Nice cut by Noah Gensler. Gensler blocked, offensive rebound. Back-to-back buckets for Lucas Wigan. He's got 4, and the Vikes regain the 19-point advantage. Far side. Kehoe drives the lane, then picks up his dribble. Here's Humiston. This is Isaiah Humiston. Elijah Humiston in the corner. Nice ball fake. So good, he dropped it. Here's Kehoe. Kehoe down the left side of the paint. Little contact. Tries to go across the lane. Giannopoulos can't get it to go. Here is Aiden Barr down the lane. Scoops up with the left hand. Can't get it to go, but that'll be a foul. They're going to get Sturts on that one. Second team foul. The Vikings have been able to withstand a 7-2 foul discrepancy so far. The Vikes by far the more aggressive physical team as the first one up and good for Aiden Barr. That's Aiden's first point of the night for the Vikes. 34-14 for the first time tonight. The Vikings have a 20-point lead. So anything from here on out will be their largest lead of the night. And Barr will go to the free throw line for his second free throw, where the Vikes are 2 for 3 so far and make that 2 for 4. Barr goes 1 for 2 from the line, and the Warriors want to run. Here's Kehoe, crosses over to the middle of the paint, up with the right hand, can't get it to go. Tipped around by the Vikings, saved by Sam Lair, finds Ethan Cole. Cole into the front court. Hesitation, across the lane. Lucas Wigan's got 6. Nice feed once again by Ethan Cole, and the Vikings have 36. 36-14, 4:15 to go here in the first half. And Kehoe back into the front court for the Warriors. Screen and roll down to Giannopoulos. I think they'd like to get that going a little bit more here with the Valley Christian Warriors, if possible. And cuts it back to a 20-point lead for the Vikings. And we're under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Nice hesitation. Down the lane goes Lair. Can't get it to go. Nice rebound for Giannopoulos. Little contact. I think it all came after the shot, and I think it was Lair into Giannopoulos anyway, so no foul. 3:45 to go in the first. Once again, it's Sturts, top of the key between the circles. Near side, Kehoe. Kehoe looks underneath to Giannopoulos. Instead, drives the lane up with the right hand, scoops and scores. First points, check that. Kehoe hit the triple before, so he's got 5. 36-18. Nice take by Will Kehoe to the lane on the right side that time. Nice floater in the middle of the paint for Aiden Barr. Barr's got 3. Couple of nice drives by Aiden Barr, once rewarded at the free throw line, that time with the little floater in the middle of the paint. Far side, this is Isaiah Humiston. Right here, this is Canlis. Canlis thought about the 3, took the 3, missed the 3. Offensive rebound by Sturts. He can't get that one to go. Tipped out by Canlis. Back to Sturts. Lobbed up. Ethan Cole, behind the back for Ethan Cole. Cole goes up the right side and finishes at the rim. Ethan Cole with a nice take. He's got 13 of the 40 for the Vikes. And leads back up to 22. 2:45 to go in the first. And Ethan Cole's hit 3 threes and now has a couple of strong takes to the rim to get to his 13. On the floor goes Cole. Finds Sam Lair. Lair picks his head up. He's got a cutting Ethan Cole if he finds him. Finds him, goes up with it, does Ethan Cole, and he's fouled on the left side. He'll go to the free throw line. Just the 3rd team foul. All of them have been shooting fouls so far for the Warriors on the Vikings. 2:30 to go in the first. And Cole Couple of rhythm dribbles. Hits the first. 14 points for Cole. And the Vikings, let's see if they can break the 50% streak on the free throw line. They've made the front end. Wiedmeyer made the back end, I guess. Second free throw for Ethan Cole is true. So Cole's up to 15. Well on pace for his season average, above his season average, actually. And into the front court comes Humiston. Isaiah Humiston sets it up for the Warriors. Hands off to Canlis. Canlis surveys. And they're going to get Lucas Wigan for a tug underneath, trying to play with Elijah Humiston. And that is the 8th team foul. Should send someone to the free throw line. And there goes Elijah Humiston for his 3rd trip. Humiston 2 for 4 so far from the line. It's a 42-18 Viking lead. 24 points is the largest they've had so far tonight. First free throw up, and he misses the front end, so he's 2 for 5 from the free throw line. Good, strong rebound from Ethan Cole, who's got to be nearing his season average in rebounds here in the first half. Nice cut and a nice finish by Lucas Wigand, and a terrific look from Noah Walta. Walta, as we mentioned earlier, missed a few games early in the season because of an injury, and he adds a lot off the bench for this Viking team. Lucas Wigand, I think, just might have picked up number 3 there for the Vikings. I think it was Wigand. Yeah. So his 3rd right before the halftime intermission here. 2:56 to go in the first. And it's the first trip for someone not named Elijah Humiston to the free throw line. It's Will Kehoe. He misses the first. Kehoe, good-looking point guard for the Warriors. Been able to get into the paint, but he hasn't been able to finish yet. He's got 5 points. He's got a 2 and a 3, misses both of them. Offensive rebound tipped by Giannopoulos and ends up with Humiston. Once again, down the lane goes Kehoe. Nice job to keep that pivot foot, not drag it and travel. Kicks it back out. Giannopoulos underneath, working against Simmons. A lot of contact, no whistle. A lot of bodies hit the floor, and it ends up with Noah Walta. Walta into the front court. He was fouled before he passed it. Would have been Aiden Bars, but Noah Walta got bumped. 1:37, I believe, left here in the first half. Kehoe's first personal foul, 4th team foul. There's Ethan Cole. Cole gets it to his spot in the middle of the paint. Kicks it to Simmons, now top of the key. 3 on the way. Ethan Cole is 4 for 4 from the three-point line tonight. And he's cooking. Cole's got 2 twos, 4 threes, and a pair of free throws to get up to his 17 points. Is that 18? Check that, 18 points for Ethan Cole. Ethan Cole has 18. Valley Christian has 18. That's happened before. There goes Giannopoulos. Nice job by Simmons to go straight up and down. Giannopoulos thought he might have been fouled, but I think that's a good no call. Here goes Simmons down the lane. Noah Walta's turn for a 3. He hit it. Noah Walta's first triple. They don't even have Noah Walta on the program yet as he comes off the injured list. He's shooting 43% in his 2 games so far, though. That's tipped by Aiden Barr. Nice defense from Walta as the primary defender as well. We're under 40 seconds to go here in the first half. It's 50-18. That's tipped. And can the Vikings complete the steal? Chop Simmons completes the steal. Finds Aiden Barr into the front court, and Barr finishes. That's terrific defense. Just ball-hawking defense by the Vikings. 22 seconds left here in the first half. 52-18 is the score, and the Vikes are nearing a 40-point lead before the intermission. They won't get there. Here's a long 2 on the way, but a nice shot from Isaiah Humiston. And Humiston quietly has 7 of the 20 for the Valley Christian Warriors. Here's Aiden Barr with 5 seconds left. Chop Simmons in the corner, tries the 3, almost banked in, but it was strong. Heading into the halftime locker room, the Vikings going to take a 32-point lead, 52-20 here at halftime. We'll get you some numbers here at the half. You're watching and listening to WLA Varsity Boys Basketball. They're beating the Warriors of Valley Christian by 32, 52-20, and you're watching on WLA TV. Stay with us. Halftime here between the Vikings and the Warriors. Valley Christian 1-4 on the season. Started out with a win against Rio, first win of the season for them, and then lost 4 straight, looking at their 5th straight defeat with how the Vikings have played so far tonight. Vikings trying to snap what is a 3-game skid for them. They lost on Saturday at Spring 76-61. That was the second consecutive 15-point loss. They lost by 15 at Omro as well. And I'll tell you what, Omro's got some shooters now. Omro's only 1-2 on the season, but they have losses. One of their losses is to Springs. I remiss who their second loss is to, whether that's Mayville or Laconia or Campbellsport. But the Flyweight Conference looks like this in terms of the standings. North Fond du Lac is at the bottom, 0-3. Tied for 5th, Lamira, Omro, WLA, all 1-2. Now, like I said, Omro has the head-to-head over the Vikings. Laconia, Springs, and Mayville are all tied for 2nd. They're 2-1. Laconia beat Springs. Springs beat WLA. WLA beat Laconia. Like I said, I think this is going to be a really tight race. Not often when a high school conference is decided, where the winner has 3 or 4 losses. I think that's absolutely the case this year on the boys' side for the Flyweight Conference. Now we'll see if Campbellsport, who's currently atop the standings and undefeated, we'll see if they can continue it. But they have not had to play Springs or Laconia. They do have they dished out the only loss of the conference season so far to Mayville. But I think Mayville is going to be a tough team as well. Lakeside Lutheran is ranked inside of the top 10 in Division 3, and Mayville took them to overtime on a neutral floor earlier this season. Some statistics from this game. You're probably pulling your hair out telling me to say that, so why don't we do that? Isaiah Humiston is the leading scorer for Valley Christian at the half. He's got 7 points. Will Kehoe has 5. They've hit the only 2 threes that Valley Christian had in that first half. Alexandros Giannopoulos is a little bit behind pace to hit his 10.8 points per game average this season. He's got 4. And Elijah Humiston has 4 points as well for Valley Christian. For the Vikings, Cole Wiedmeyer has 1. Jacob Tyson has 2, as does Chop Simmons and Tyson Lofton. 5 points for Noah Gensler, 5 for Aiden Barr, 6 for Sam Lair. Lucas Weigand has 8. I'll tell you what, Lucas Weigand's played really, really well. He is always a monster on the defensive side of the floor for the Vikings. He eats up a ton of fouls for WLA and Coach Nell. But doing it here on the offensive side of the floor tonight, he's got 8 points, a couple of nice cuts to the basket. Found the offensive glass to help himself get him going offensively, and he's the second leading scorer for the Vikings behind, you guessed it, Ethan Cole had 18 first half points. 26.2 is the leading point per game mark in the Flyweight Conference, and it looks like if he has another second half like we might expect him to, granted we'll see how much he gets to see the floor in the second half with the 32-point lead. A few minutes left here at halftime. Vikings lead it 52-20, and we're back with second half action on WLA TV. Stay with us. We'll step back in here with about a minute and 30 seconds left during the halftime intermission. This will be our last broadcast until after the holidays, so wish a Merry Christmas to everyone out there. Hope you have a safe holiday season, restful. I'm sure a lot of these student athletes, student first, finals week here at WLA, and I'm sure they're excited to be done with that, get a little mental break if nothing else, and then fire them on for the second half of the season, second half of the year academically, and then the second half conference-heavy season coming up for all of these winter sports teams. So last one here on WLA TV until afterwards, and we'll come back on the Tuesday after break with a game. I believe that's the boys basketball team as well. So a little bit of a hiatus for us. Plenty of time, you're thinking to yourself at home, to get that huddle camera figured out. Hopefully. I don't know if there's enough hours in the day to get that sorted out, but we'll do our best. They blow the buzzer as the Vikings and the Warriors get ready to tow it up here in the second half. 52-20 for the Vikings. Their lead built in large part Ethan Cole, Lucas Weigand. Couple of triples from Sam Lair. Yeah, good offensive output for the Vikes as they needed that. Needed to bust through the slump. And, perhaps Valley Christian not quite what the Vikings will see almost night in and night out in the Flyway Conference. But still, you got to make the shots, and the Vikings are doing that tonight. So hopefully they can continue that. I'll tell you what, thought there were lids on the basket, or the baskets were resized or something on Friday night when the Viking girls basketball team welcomed in Seymour, and you had 75% career free throw percentage. Kiara Shea, you had her go 3 for 10 from the line. It just seemed like the ball wouldn't go down. 49-39 was that final score. First possession here of the second half comes up empty for the Warriors. Here's Gensler in the front court for the Vikings, puts his head down, gets to the middle of the paint, floats it up, and scores for the Vikes. Gensler scored the first points of the first half, and here first points of the second half. 54-20, and the lead is back up to 34 for the Vikings. Here on the near side, this is Humiston. Looks underneath to Giannopoulos. Can't find him. Sturt's top of the key. Couple of cutters for him. Finds Kehoe. Kehoe had a nice first half. 5 points. Ran the show a lot for them, as did Isaiah Humiston. Humiston, the leading scorer tonight for Valley Christian, gets it into Giannopoulos, who posts up and scores. So far, I think that might have been part of Coach Giannopoulos' halftime talk, was get Alexandros Giannopoulos posted up. He got 2 touches. There's another triple for Noah Gensler. Gensler's got 10. But we've seen touches for Giannopoulos on both of the first 2 possessions here in the second half. Not on this one. This is a Elijah Humiston jumper that misses. Aiden Barr down with the rebound. Finds a cutting Lucas Weigand. No one touches him, and he's into double figures. Lucas Weigand with another great cut. He's run the floor well, and he's been rewarded by his guards. 59-22, Viking lead. Here goes Kehoe down the left side of the paint. Kicks it out, top of the key, almost picked off by Barr. Triple on the way for Isaiah Humiston, and he hit it. That's the second 3 of the night for Isaiah Humiston, and he's now into double figures as well. He's got 10. 59-25, 16:07 to go here in the game. And Aiden Barr uses a Lucas Weigand screen, finds Sam Lair. Lair on the left wing, kicks it out to Barr. Barr drives the left side of the paint, scoops it up, can't get it to go. A little bit of contact, no foul. And Kehoe into the front court. Guarded by Lair. Hesitation, around him he goes. Misses it short. Rebound from Ethan Cole. Cole dribbled that one off the back of Lucas Weigand's foot. Hovers in the air after recollecting. Barr can't get it to go. Offensive board, Lucas Weigand finishes once again. Lucas Weigand's got a dozen for the Vikings. 61-25, 15:34 to go in the game. Kehoe around a screen. Screen and roll. Giannopoulos had it tipped away by Ethan Cole. Cole on the left side. Down the left lane. Up with the right hand and scores. Cole's got 20. His ability to finish with both hands is why Ethan Cole is so difficult to defend, especially when he gets ahead of steam. 63-25, Vikings 38-point lead is their largest of the night. 15 minutes to go in the game. Here's Humiston, another 3. Straight away hit it again. Isaiah Humiston hit 2 straight threes from straight away. He's got 13, and it's 63-28. Lair trying to answer with a 3 of his own. That was a little flat for Sam Lair. Missed it a little bit deep, and the rebound down to Giannopoulos, who hands to Humiston, near side. This is Kehoe. Elijah Humiston looks underneath to Giannopoulos. Vikings double, and a nice job there by Aiden Barr to get something on that. Barr up ahead to Gensler. Gensler up with the right hand on the left side, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound fought for by the Vikes. Here's Barr, no-look pass to the corner. Sam Lair cornered the 3. This one's off to the right, and it's tipped out. No, they're going to say Lucas Weigand picked up a foul. Oh, no. I'm sorry. They didn't point, so I figured he was whistling for a foul, but he yelled white instead. 14-19 to go in the game, 63-28. Barr finds Lucas Weigand. What's Lucas Weigand's? Is this a career high? 12 for Lucas Weigand, maybe, for the Vikes? Here's Isaiah Humiston. That's through the hands of Lehman and collected on the other side by Kehoe. Kehoe, reverse dribble down the right side of the paint. Oh, that's a nice pass by Will Kehoe. And he gets the offensive rebound. Lucas Weigand gets the defensive board that time, and jump ball goes back to the Vikings. That was a sweet pass by Will Kehoe. He found Giannopoulos, who couldn't finish underneath, then got the offensive rebound, had it blocked, and then it was tied up underneath. Good offensive action there from the Warriors, and feel like they're a little hard done not to finish that one off with some points. Here goes Lair, finds Lucas Weigand. Weigand is just making intelligent cuts to the basketball. He's got 14. Weigand averages fewer than one and a half points a game. He's got 14 tonight. Does Lucas Weigand. Here's Ethan Cole. No one's stepping out to him. Now they do. Finds Barr. No look pass. There's Lucas Weigand once again. Oh, he missed that one. Use the glass. Lucas. Well, I shouldn't be giving him. I don't think I've ever scored 14 points in my life, so I should not be giving Lucas Weigand tips on how to score the basketball. Here goes Kehoe. Misses that one. Tipped around by the Vikings, and it's out of bounds. No, they're going to give the ball to the Vikings. I thought that was pretty clearly out on WLA once again. Yeah, I thought that was clear as day. 65-28, 13:03 to go in the game. And Aiden Barr will walk it across, now trot across the halfway line. Luke Gillespie into the game for the Vikings. Down the lane goes Ethan Cole, up with the right hand and finishes. Cole had 18 in the first half. He's got 4 in the second. He's up to 22 points, close to his season average. Here's Isaiah Humiston. Looks far side. That's Sturts. Sturts on the left wing surveys over the outstretched arms of Noah Gensler. Gensler inches closer. Here's Lehman. Thought about the triple. Goes near side Humiston. Isaiah Humiston lobs it in. Stolen by Luke Gillespie. Nice defensive possession by the Vikes once again. He gets it to Gensler, who gets it to Aiden Barr. Barr gallops into the front court. There's Ethan Cole. Cole gets to the middle of the paint, kicks it out to Barr. Barr, nice drive, bounce pass to Luke Gillespie, and Gillespie finishes. They do have Noah Walt on here. I was just checking if all the Vikings have scored, and they have. Every Viking so far tonight has scored. They got Noah Walta down as number 10. He's number 32. That's why I couldn't find it. There's not that many names on a basketball roster, so you're probably asking me why I'm lazy. Here's Barr off the steal up with the left hand and finishes, does Aiden Barr. Barr's got 7, and the Vikings are over the 70-point mark. 70-21 with 11 minutes and 40 seconds to go here. So we're well over the 40-point mark now. Well, I shouldn't say that. 43 points are the Vikings. And down the lane goes Ethan Cole. They're going to count that basket. A little continuation action there. Ethan Cole's going to head to the free throw line as well. 73-28, 11:29. They stopped the clock here. I believe the clock should be running. Especially for non-conference games. I believe maybe it's last 10 minutes over 40. Is that maybe the rule? I thought it was just second half over 40 points. Vikings have eclipsed the 40-point lead mark. Ethan Cole stays perfect from the free throw line. He's 3 for 3, and now he'll take a seat. Cole has 25 points tonight, may come up just short of his season average of 26.2, as my guess is his night may be done. Who knows? Impossible to tell for sure. Aiden Barr will come out as well, so standing around the Gatorade cooler over there is Aiden Barr, Ethan Cole, Noah Gensler, and Sam Lair, 4 of the 5 starters. Lucas Wigan, the 5th starter, who has 14 points tonight, is also over there. All 5 starters out for the Vikings. Here's an offensive rebound. Finishing underneath is Elijah Humiston, and he'll head to the free throw line, count the basket. 11:16 to go in the game, 74-30. It is a 44-point Viking lead. Humiston will have a chance here to cut it to 43. A couple of rhythm dribbles for him. He's 2 for 5 so far from the line. This one looks good. Yeah, true for Elijah Humiston. So Humiston's got 7. And Noah Walters into the front court for the Vikes. Gets to the corner. Kicks it out to Wiedmeyer. Top of the key, Tyson. Finds Walta once again. Couple of first-team all-Flyway Conference soccer players connecting there. Noah Walta and Jacob Tyson. Jacob Tyson and first-team outside midfielder, and Noah Walta, the heart of the WLA Viking defense this year on the soccer pitch. Down the lane goes Kehoe, and he finishes. Will Kehoe's got 7, and they're flirting with that 40-point lead. 74-33. Tyson Lofton kicks it to Walta. Walta crosses. Backs his man down, kicks it back out to Wiedmeyer. Cole Wiedmeyer around the corner, left side, up with the right hand. Block is the call. Count the basket for Cole Wiedmeyer. Looked like a nice defensive play, but they're going to say that. Who was that? Is that Canlis? Yeah, Canlis. They're going to say it was just sliding underneath him instead. First action for Dennis Thur as well. He comes in for Caleb Sturtz. 10:35 to go in the game. Wiedmeyer looks strong on this one, and he is. He's 1 for 3 from the line, but he's got 3 points for the Vikings. Here's Isaiah Humiston. Drives the lane, kicks it to the corner. 3 for Thur, misses it short. Nice box by Luke Galeski. Gets the board, finds Walta. Walta wants to run, finds Jacob Tyson. Back to Noah Walta. Walta gets to the middle of the paint. Nice shovel pass to Luke Galeski. Galeski missed it, and a rebound for Thur. Into the front court comes Isaiah Humiston. Humiston crosses, goes behind a screen. Nice defense by Tyson. Another deflection. That's over and back. Grabbing the ball, I think he grabbed the ball. Yeah, it was tipped. So I think Coach Giannopoulos has a point there. I think the ref's argument there was that Canlis grabbed the ball while he was still established in the front court and then went into the back court, making it an over and back. 76-33. Yeah, that's what the referee is explaining right now. Tipped and then collected in the front court. So we're under 10 minutes, so we'll see if that running clock thing. I believe that's how it's supposed to be. Here's Walta, who almost had a travel call. Ref even raised his hand there. Here's Chop Simmons. Simmons drives on the right side, kicks it out. Lofton 3 on the way. This one's deep. A couple of Vikes got pushed around there in the middle, but no defensive foul. Into the front court. Kehoe between the legs. Wiedmeyer gets on the floor. Crosses over. Kehoe underneath. Off the backboard as his pass was a little too tall for Humiston. And Humiston now has it at the high post. Turns, and Galeski fouls him. 9:24. No running clock, I guess. 76-33, 9:24 to go. Second team foul for the Vikings. Going to run Canlis off a couple of screens. Kicks it out here to Humiston. Step back, thought about by Kehoe. Gets it into Elijah Humiston. He turns, can't get it to go. Just a little bit short there. That was a nice move by Elijah Humiston. Vikings down with the rebound. Here's Walta. Crosses. Chop Simmons. Simmons goes off a Walta screen. Down the right side. That is a man's move from Chop Simmons. He's got 4. 78-33. 8:50 to go in the ball game. Once again, nice screen. Kehoe down the left side, count the basket and the foul. Now the running clock has been initiated. Kehoe scores that one. And Kehoe's now got 9 points. Wonder if it's maybe it was 45. I don't know. Seems like 40's nice round number, right? That's missed by Kehoe. Nice rebound from Luke Gillespie. 0 for 2 from the line tonight for Will Kehoe, and we're going to be running clock all the way from here on out. Here's Chop Simmons. Looks to the corner. Wiedmeyer drives the lane. Floats. Now gives it to Tyson Lofton. Lofton, he traveled. Oh, they're going to get a foul there instead on Valley Christian, and it'll go underneath. We're going to tick under 8 minutes before the ball gets inbounded this next time. Starts, is that Humiston? No, they did get Thur on the foul. Wigan's going to come back in, see if he can build on what is already a 14-point outing for him tonight. Very, very nice ball game for Lucas Wigand. Here's Wiedmeyer, finds Luke Gillespie. Gillespie far side Simmons. Simmons to the middle of the paint. Trying to find a teammate. He's got to step out of the paint then. Nice job there. Wigand open underneath, backs down. Thought he might have traveled. 3 ball on the way. This one almost banked in. Lofton kind of smiles, turning around to the bench, who is joking with him. And Gillespie had it stripped. Third looks to the corner. There's Humiston. Who made it? Elijah Humiston. Just inside the 3-point arc. Hits the mid-range jumper. 7 minutes to go in the game. Vikes lead it 78-37, pardon me. Simmons crosses. Kicks to the corner. Wiedmeyer. Gillespie, top of the key. Thought about it. Far side, Tyson Lofton. Once again, Wiedmeyer. Wiedmeyer to Simmons. Chop Simmons. Crosses once again. There's a take on the left side looking for Wigand once again. Maybe Wigand is close to a career high? They seem to really be trying to force him the basketball since he came back onto the floor. That's a block. Nice play in transition by Tyson Lofton. Less than 6.5 minutes to go. 78-37. Vikings lead remains at 41. Can you tell it's close to finals week? This is as non-sharp as I have felt all semester long. Perhaps the fatigue of the semester is playing a part in that. I would imagine it does on these student athletes as well. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Finals week here at WLA. You can't tell it by the way the Vikings, that's, just a travel there. Unfortunate for Cole Wiedmeyer than anything else. I think he stepped on an opponent's foot, and that's why his foot skidded and the pivot foot moved. You can't tell with the way the Vikes have shot tonight, although after their 3-point barrage to start the game, they really haven't hit many or any threes. I don't know if they have a second half triple. Just one. Two. No, just the one second half triple. That's from Noah Gensler. He hit a corner one right at the start of the second half. 78-39, 5.5 minutes to play. Wiedmeyer on the far side uses a Lucas Wigand screen. Wigand's going to then flash on the far side. Down the lane goes Chop Simmons, and Simmons with a soft finish. He's got 6 with the floater with the right hand in the middle of the paint. 5 minutes to play, 80-39. Vikes back up by 41. Here's Humiston. This is Isaiah Humiston. Cross-court pass to Thur. Thur shuffled the feet. Oh, thought he squared the feet up. Couldn't hit the triple. A little bit strong. Here goes Wiedmeyer. Drives the lane. Tyson, 3 on the way. Hit it. Jacob Tyson, his first triple of the night. He's got 5, and the Vikes lead at 83-39. This looks like the Vikings offense we usually see. Humiston, near side Thur. Looks underneath. He's got Giannopoulos if he wants him. Drives the lane. Bounce pass down to Giannopoulos. Off of someone's foot. Lehman has it. Crosses. Up with the right hand. Middle of the paint. Oh, he gets it to go. Nice take by Josiah Lehman. I'll tell you what, if a couple of these sophomores for the Warriors pan out, they got the next crop of positive-looking players here for Valley Christian. There's a take from Wiedmeyer. He's fouled by Giannopoulos, and he'll head to the free throw line. 83-41, 4 minutes and counting down here with the running clock. So that's going to continue to move during the free throws. This is really when the running clock, you can really see it make an impact on how short the game can truly be. First free throw for Wiedmeyer is no good. Wiedmeyer, very good on the defensive side tonight. Very good. All of the hustle statistics, excellent tonight for Cole Wiedmeyer. But if you're going to look for something to pick at, 1 for 4 from the charity stripe so far tonight. Not very charitable. And the second one misses as well. Rebound tipped for, and the Vikings, I believe, committed a foul. It should be the Valley Christian Warrior basketball underneath. It will be. 3:16 to go. And the Vikings lead it by 42. 83-41. 14 fouls apiece here in the second half. Trotting across the timeline is Will Kehoe. Kehoe between the circles. Finds Elijah Humiston. Couple of Warriors flash underneath. Humiston goes up with the right hand, can't finish. Nice defense by Chop Simmons, and Chop will take the ball into the front court. 2:53 to go in the game. Far side, Walta. Walta drives the lane, goes up with the right hand, finishes, does Noah Walta. Walta's got 5. Kehoe into the front court once again on this right side. Bumped. It's on the floor. So it'll be underneath inbounds with the clock ticking under 2.5 minutes to play. 85-41. 5th team foul for the Vikings. Underneath, this is Joshua Johnson, who tries to key it in, and just out of the reach there of Elijah Humiston. Chop Simmons will key it in. 2:10 in the game. Vikings look good tonight. The shooting gave them their lead, but the aggressiveness of driving the basketball is what built the lead to what it is right now. Wiedmeyer thought about it. Tyson Lofton near side, kicks it far side, Gillespie. Back to Wiedmeyer in the corner. Simmons flashes to the post. Miscommunication. Wiedmeyer collects in the corner. Drives the lane. There's Tyson Lofton. Lofton drives the lane himself. Vikings doing the drive and dish right now. Not so sure they're really looking for anything other than maybe just take some time off the clock. There's a Gillespie 3 that misses, and the rebound is down to Sturts. Sturts up the floor like a lightning bolt, and Caleb Sturts scores. Sturts' first points of the night. He's got a pair. 85-43, 1:16 to go. Noah Walta crosses. Wiedmeyer between the circles. Lofton in the near corner. Back to Noah Walta. And the Vikings, I think, just trying to be patient here, run some clock, and head to the Christmas break. They're going to postpone their game with Oakfield. Oakfield seems to have a good team this year. I believe they knocked off, was it Springs perhaps, earlier this season? Springs, the defending flyweight champs, knotted up in a 4-way tie for second early on here in the conference season. Tyson Lofton did a good job of staying straight up. 34 seconds and counting down here in the ball game. Still got the running clock going, and they'll get it back for what is undoubtedly the last possession for the Warriors of the night. 85-43, 19 seconds left. We'll start adding up some final tallies here and then send you off to the Christmas break. Here's Humiston in the corner working on Chop Simmons. Top of the key, nice shot fake. Johnson's going to have a floater. This one comes up just short. Rebound down to Cole Wiedmeyer, who will dribble out the clock. There's the final horn. The Vikings win it, 85-43. Want to thank once again Oscar Bloom for doing the camera duties for us this evening. Certainly appreciate that. I know you guys do at home as well. Get you some final numbers here. First for the Warriors, Joshua Johnson came out just a touch short there on that floater. Will Kehoe, he had 9 points tonight for the Warriors. Isaiah Humiston, 7 in the first half, hit a couple of threes in the second half. He had 13. 2 points for Caleb Sturts, just 6 for Alexandros Giannopoulos. Vikings did a really nice job on the leading scorer of the Warriors tonight. 9 points for Elijah Humiston, and then 2 for Josiah Lehman. That's the scoring tonight for the Valley Christian Warriors. For the Vikings, Cole Wiedmeyer had 3. Noah Walta had 5. It was 7 for Aiden Barr. 6 for Sam Lair, 5 for Jacob Tyson, 10 for Noah Gensler, 6 for Chop Simmons, 2 for Tyson Lofton, 14 for Lucas Wyan, 2 for Luke Gillespie, and the final player for the Vikings was Ethan Cole, and Cole had 25, just a point short of the 26.2 points per game that he averages on the season. Every Viking that got in, every Viking listed on the roster scored tonight, and that's what happens when you win 85-43. It was a comprehensive performance for the Vikes, and it's got to be a feel-good one for them as they snap a 3-game skid and send themselves into the winter break on a high positive note. Once again, tomorrow evening, the Viking girls basketball team heads up to North Fond du Lac and trying to do the same, build what is a 2-game winning streak for them, and head into the Christmas break in a good way for them as well. Want to say thanks for joining us. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Have a happy holiday season, and certainly hope that you'll join us on the flip side. Second half of the season, a lot of conference basketball. Flyway conference races will in some way be impacted by the WLA Vikings boys and girls basketball team. Certainly looks like the wrestling team is going to have a say in what happens in the flyway as well on the wrestling mat. So hope you'll join us in the second half of the season. Once again, Merry Christmas to everyone. Have a good, happy holiday season. Have a safe holiday season as well. I'm Jordan King saying good night. So long. We'll see you next time on WLA TV.